Hi, Sophie. Oh, hello, Whitecalm Wellbeing. Hello, Mavala. Right. So, welcome everyone. So today I'm really pleased
It
to
is.
be. Oh, there you are.
Hi.
I was just about to introduce you. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Good.
I'll just let our listeners know that today I'm really pleased to welcome Rebecca Tucker, the founder of White Calm, the Wellbeing Company. And Rebecca is an experienced biologist and has a passion for the human body and the natural world, and very much believes that prevention is the best cure when it comes to our well-being. So welcome, Rebecca.
Good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. I must admit, I've just had to get my stepdaughter to help me get onto Instagram.
Well, you did very well. Sometimes it takes people quite a while.
No, I didn't do it on my own.
Oh, that's really good. It's funny because even though I tend to do them every few weeks, you still have to remind yourself how to sort of get onto the live.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
so it's lovely to have you here. So tell us a little bit about White Calm, what you do, and what sort of services you offer.
Sure, yeah. So I started about 4 years ago, and we started doing wellbeing days down in the south mainly because we were looking at people around London stressed, stressed and burnt
Mm.
out. And so we created these wellbeing days, so the deep relaxation days and revive and rejuvenate days that we set up are really popular actually, and we've set them up through Virgin Experience days, etc. They were very, very popular, or still are very, very popular.
Mhm.
They were gifts for people coming on to buy them for their partners or mums and daughters coming away, or families even, groups of friends. Um, and we
Yeah.
did them in spa hotels across the UK, and we're hoping to expand sort of before COVID hit, and then of course COVID hit us, and it just
Mm.
ruined the business for the time being. But we're hoping to restart them in July. We've got a lot of people booked on for July and August.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
Mm.
well, I did one with you, didn't I,
Yes.
before it all sort of shut down. And it was a beautiful day, really lovely. And what was nice is you can go on your own and you meet sort of like-minded people. And so it's sort of quite a bonding experience as well.
Yeah,
And there's a
exactly.
nice sort of range of activities, sort of between sort of yoga and a little bit of sort of mindfulness and forest bathing. And yeah, it was really lovely.
Yeah, I think it's a chance to switch off from the tech, get away.
Absolutely.
And after the days, often people say, oh gosh, I feel like I've been away for 2 weeks because it's so
Yeah.
deeply relaxing. And yeah, like you say, get to know other people that are sort of like passionate about their own well-being,
Yeah.
or just want to relax and
Yeah.
get away get away from children and
Yeah,
technology.
well, I think that I'm not surprised there's been demand for your new well-being days, because I think people have been sort of cooped up at home, and no matter how much they love their family, they still need some time away, don't they?
Yeah, and we deliberately did them in spa hotels as well, so that
Mm.
so that people could then go into the spa afterwards or stay the night and have treatments the next day with the spa. So it's a really nice combination. And we've also got a relax and spa day,
Yeah,
which is half a day of yoga and meditation. So if you're a bit new to it all and
yeah,
think, oh, it's a bit hippie, when it's really not, you
yeah,
can always do this sort of half day with us.
yeah,
And we're really friendly, and it's just a really lovely day, and great lunch, very healthy lunch.
yeah.
You
The
go
food,
away with a goodie
remember.
bag with some
Mm.
goodies as well. So yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, well, I still have my little prayer plant, and I make sure I water it every day.
Good to know.
Yeah, no, it's lovely, really nice. So, Rebecca, you started. Well, I don't know if you started the company before you were diagnosed with cancer or afterwards, but you've been living with cancer, since 2019. Tell us a little bit about how that's been, with you building the business, and why, White Calm is even more important to you now, having undergone this.
Yeah, I think first of all, yeah, I started the business 4 years ago,
Mm.
so
Oops.
passionate about well-being anyway, because I did a biology degree when I was at uni, and I've always loved the human body, and sort of about kind of you know, how the brain works, and you know, the human body and how it functions. It's hugely fascinating. Even
Yeah.
like, you know, at my age, I've you know, I've been out of uni for 30 years and I still absolutely love it. So it was about that. And then when I got diagnosed with cancer in March 2019, it was stage 3 bowel cancer, completely out of the blue. Didn't realize I had it. The only symptoms I really had were sort of, I was, you know, really tired all the time and unable to focus. And I thought something was wrong, but didn't know what it was. And then as time went on, I kept saying to my husband, can we go away on holiday? And he's like, we've just been, why do you need to go again? And I was like, I just feel so tired. So, and then I got sent, you know, off to, you know, the cancer obviously took hold. And so I went through a year of treatment, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, and, you know, and sort of 2 major surgeries. It was a grueling year. And then COVID hit us. So, you know, in terms of the business, I've always been passionate about what I do before my treatment. So I then started to actually focus on, right, what do people really need and want? And it's all about prevention. It's all about, I would hate anybody to have to go through what I've been through. You know, and that's why I'm so passionate about getting the message out there to other people. 1 in 2 of us will be diagnosed with cancer at some stage in our lives. That is a scary statistic. You know, and I mean, in my family alone, you know, that is statistic holds. So I don't want, I don't want people to have to go through this. So I do believe that, you know, most of this is down to lifestyle. I was lucky to be diagnosed at the Royal Marsden and have my treatment there. They are brilliant. And I spoke to them at length about why they thought I had it, and they said a lot of it is it's lifestyle. You know, sort of people carrying on in sort of in different lifestyles. I'm not saying all of it is, because some of it can't be prevented, and I, you know, appreciate that some of it's genetic, but there is a lot we can do to help ourselves. So during that time that I had cancer, I'm luckily in remission at the moment, but during that time I learned to deal with it in lots of different ways. For example, nausea through the chemotherapy was very difficult to deal with, and I spent a lot of time doing meditative breathing techniques to help keep myself level, emotionally as well, because you have to kind of get in your mindset. It's a bit of a fight. And, you know, also kind of in terms of, you know, the recovery from the operations. I mean, I had major surgery. Quite a bit of my bowel was removed, and so I was then struggling to think, well, what can I do after I've had that surgery? What sort of exercise can I do? And then there's the nutrition on top of it. So what can you eat? You know, what's going to help me get through it? So I then started to develop Whitecalm Virtual, which is a platform for people to come on and get as much information and educational resources that they can possibly get. So it's great because it's got live stream studios. So we've got movement, gut health, mental health, sleep and self-care. They're all kind of streamed live every single day of the week. We have a lot of people on there, you know, receiving expert advice. Some of it's interactive, and then we have all the on-demand sessions. So if you can't get onto it during the day, then or the evening, then you can come on demand and just do it when you want to. And now I have the freedom to do exactly what I want when I want it. So I can do some fitness, meditation, some breathing, some nutrition advice, self-care advice, all on the same platform. And that's why I created it, because during my treatment, I was trying to get this resource from all over the place, and I couldn't find any of it when I needed it. So I can go onto YouTube, but I also thought, well, having been through cancer, I don't want to risk kind of going to somewhere or actually listening to somebody who's not fully qualified or has years of experience. So all the people that are on our platform are completely vetted and fully qualified and experienced.
Yeah, I think that is the problem. You know, there is so much information online, and it's finding the correct information, isn't it? One that is from the experts, you know, because there's a lot of people out there who aren't the experts and they just have an opinion on it, and then it might send you in a completely wrong route, really, and you won't get any benefit from it. So
lots of misinformation out there, and you know, yoga teachers can be qualified in 6 weeks. Well, the ones that we have on our platform are not. So I think it's really important to realise that, you know, to get the right advice is so important.
Yeah, absolutely. So during lockdown, have you sort of grown the virtual element of the business further then?
Yeah, absolutely. People are loving it. You know, and I'm offering free trials to people to have a go. So if anybody wants to have a go at it, please feel free. And at the moment, we've got cancer patients on there for free, because I
Oh,
just
that's
believe that
nice.
they go through, like I went through, it's hard enough going through all the treatment, and then you've got all the
Yeah.
financial worry on top of it.
Yeah.
Because in effect, you know, I could only work sort of in the mornings on my business. I was
Mm.
so tired. I've never felt exhaustion like it when I was going through
Yeah.
chemotherapy. It's exhausting. And I literally used to come with this wave that used to come over me, and I
Yeah.
just couldn't function. And so I used
Yeah.
to have to sleep for 2 to 3 hours in the afternoon, then get up and then start again in the evening just to keep the business running. So
Mm.
I want cancer patients to experience the platform, to be able to
Yeah.
come on, and we do cancer workshops as well on hair and skin and beauty.
Oh, that's good.
So if people have lost their hair or eyebrows, or they just
Yeah.
need help with putting makeup on, then we have a specialist on there.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
it's not
that's,
just for
yeah.
cancer patients, it's obviously for everybody, but I'm particularly focused on that.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting, because Mavala does, our client Mavala, they do quite a lot with how to, care for your nails when you're undergoing sort of cancer treatment as well. And,
Exactly.
the best sort of colours to use as well, because that can really help, because
Yeah.
nails get
I don't know if
really...
you can see, but I was starting to go grey during my treatment. And
Ah,
I think, although it was quite superficial to compare to what I was going through, but actually looking in the mirror and thinking, I don't look abnormal, I look normal for me.
yeah,
That
yeah,
really helped me kind of psychologically, because I thought, actually, I don't look as ill as I thought I might look. And I think
no,
it is really hard when you're going through sort of treatment and it makes you look ill.
mm,
You then start to feel ill. But I think if you can retain some of that normality, no matter how
yeah,
superficial it seems at the time, it does really, really help you kind of keep that kind of mental attitude moving forwards. Like,
that's right.
okay, I can get through this. I know I can get through it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So on on your platform, have you seen any sort of trends? What's most popular? What are you seeing people sort of log into?
Yeah, I think we actually have got quite a few people on our sleep sessions,
Mm.
people who have been struggling through lockdown and COVID, who
Yeah,
to actually, you know, they're worrying about their sleep, they're waking up,
yeah,
which obviously doesn't help. So it's like a complete cycle.
yeah,
Mental health, obviously, that's a huge issue at the moment, and mental health is always
yeah,
kind of at the back of people's minds, and also during lockdown, it's been a huge task to keep people
yeah.
mentally positive. But I do think our platform does help with that, and I've used it a great deal through lockdown. I have a routine every day which really helps me, kind of
Does
a
it?
structure that I
Yeah,
do every single day, and
that's
that helps me get through.
yeah, no, absolutely. But sleep is a huge issue.
Mm.
Even I normally sleep really well, but during this period, even I've been waking up, and and then it does become a bit of a cycle, and you think I've got to get out of it.
Yeah, I think to be honest, I think when you kind of your whole world has suddenly changed overnight, and you've got
Mm,
you were going into the office, or you're getting outside and you were
yeah,
meeting your friends, and then suddenly you're all locked in, and the whole dynamic changes, and you can wake up
yeah,
and think, oh God, not another day of this.
mm,
And I think we can all see the light at the end of the tunnel, but we know that we've still got to get through the next few months.
yeah,
And so a lot of what we're trying to achieve on the platform is giving that interactivity as well, that people can come on. And we've got a mental health first aider button for people to
mm,
use, so that if they feel a bit, if they wake up, and think, actually, do you know what, I feel awful today, or I feel depressed, or I'm anxious,
yeah,
you've got someone at the end of the line to talk to.
mm,
And we've got qualified first aiders at the end of the sort of line. So we work a lot with corporates as well, and they're struggling with sort of employees working at home. It is a huge issue, and it
yeah.
continues to be.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, that's good.
Mm.
I saw that you've been doing some sort of wellbeing workshops. Are there any particular sort of tips or anything that you've sort of gleaned from these, which you thought was really useful for, lots of people?
I think a lot of it is it's common sense, a lot of it, and
Mm,
I do think that having some sort of structure during the day, and I think self-care is so important as well. I think
yeah,
self-care is a massive area, and I think we do forget to look after ourselves,
yeah,
especially in the Western world, where we're always switched on to technology, to mobiles, to laptops, to computers. Even late at night, you're still on your phone, you wake up to it in the morning.
mm,
And I think it's important to follow those self-care advice. So I generally tend to try and do one piece of exercise in the morning,
mm,
going out in nature, trying to get outside with my cockapoo, and I make sure that I eat properly,
yeah,
and I do a meditation every day. So those things I follow every day, and I make sure that I have time to myself, because I think if you're on your own, it's a bit different. But if you're living in a house where it's quite crowded, you've got a busy household, sometimes just taking time out to do a bit of reading, have a nice relaxing bath, then it's, you know, it's really, really, it's nice to have a treat for yourself, you know. So but if you're living on your own, then obviously it is slightly different, and you need to be maybe trying to get outside at least once a day to get into nature. I think that's hugely beneficial. And I was talking to my director of mental health and wellbeing yesterday, and apparently, I can't remember what he said the chemical was, but apparently trees give off a certain chemical which helps your wellbeing, and it also helps reduce cancer cells. So I was like really
That's
fascinated by
amazing.
that.
Yeah. Well, we've done quite a lot on forest bathing. One of our clients in the Lake District introduced sort of as a session, you know, you could actually go and do it as a package. And it's incredible, you know, what we've sort of learned from that. And it's almost like you have to, certain trees call to you. So you go and stand in the forest, and you almost go up and hug the tree that's sort of calling to you. But I think it all makes sense when you're there. It doesn't sound so good when you're sitting at home or in an office.
I think you can go and hug trees, but you might get a few funny looks.
I know. I think if you're with other people who are all doing the same, it's fine, isn't it?
Exactly.
Have to let your inhibitions go, don't you?
Exactly.
Do what feels right. But no, I agree. No, I think I think that routine is really important. I know for me, I do my daily yoga, and it's been like so beneficial to me. You know, it just sort of calms the mind and sort of focuses you, and so I think that routine is key to it, actually.
I think we have kind of got also on there, we've got desktop Pilates, desktop yoga, seated strength as well. And I think we were thinking of people that maybe didn't have so much room at home, like what could they do? And even during the day, you know, when you're sitting at your computer, you can just log onto it and just actually do a bit of, you know, while you're sitting down. And we've had a lot of people say, oh great, I start my day with desktop yoga, it's brilliant.
I'll have to try that one. I haven't tried that. That sounds really good. So you've got you spoke briefly about your well-being days and retreats, like sort of micro retreats, aren't they, at spas? So where can people sort of go and experience these, and do you have any plans to sort of roll these out further?
So at the moment we've got a location in Essex, Surrey and Hertfordshire. But we're definitely, we had a lot of people like wanting to come down from the north. So and we said, actually, do you know what, I think there's a bigger market than we're actually providing for in the southeast. So we only set them up around here because this is where we live, and we tend to post them and make sure that everybody's okay. So we have always have a Whitecalm host there, so if anybody comes on their own, they feel they can, you know, talk to that person and join in. So we're doing them all over the country. So we're going to start to sort of in Gloucestershire, in the Midlands, in the north. So we're going to start to actually expand out. So it's hugely exciting once we get out of this situation.
Really good. I can't wait to see what you know where you roll out to, and it's great for the spas as well that are hosting them, because it brings new people to their
exactly. I mean, the people that the hotel spas that we've worked with have had a lot of people stay over and then use the spa and the treatments and everything. So it brings business to them too, which is something that it's great. You know, again, once we get out of here, it would be nice to be able to think that we can help the hotel spas that have suffered so badly during the pandemic.
No, absolutely. Great. So what plans do you have for Whitecalm moving forward? You know, you've obviously grown a lot in this time, and, you know, adapted to, you know, what's available. But
it's hugely exciting because we're looking at different types of technology to go alongside our platform, and we're looking at the moment voice recognition technology so that people can come on and my idea is to open the app with using their voices, and then actually the voice recognition will then be able to tell what mood you're in, and so that you can be guided through the platform as to what you need to focus on during that day, and then, you know, we can record kind of how you feel when you come off the app. So the overall effect should be that the platform should be improving your mood.
Fantastic.
And then we're also hoping to go into America with it. So we've got a company at the moment that are taking us over there, and so that's hugely exciting because they said the market over there is ready for this as well. The UK has responded well, but we are hugely excited about that opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Oh, it's great to see the expansion plans you have. Really, really good.
Yeah,
Spreading the wellness word. We're all for that at Spa PR.
absolutely. And yeah, definitely. PR, so the spas are
Mm,
so well, I mean, the people love the spas as well, and I love
mm,
going to a spa.
mm.
And combined with what we're doing, it's just such a great way to look after yourself.
Yeah, and the destination ones normally have such lovely grounds as well that you can, you've got everything there that you need. All you need inside is just a room and somewhere for them to have lunch, don't you?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Fox Hills, where we go in Surrey, is beautiful.
Mm, mm,
You could easily spend a few days there, and if people are looking for staycations, we can help organise those sort of sides of things.
yeah.
And people sort of can get advice from us about how they can look after their well-being while they're away. And we're looking now also to include quite a bit for the men on our platform, and we've got children's kind of workshops coming up as
Oh,
well.
wow. Good.
So, because we're looking at families and how they cope, and how they
Yeah.
can look after each other. So, yeah, we're kind of expanding our offering.
Good. Great to hear. So Rebecca, I mean, obviously you know a huge amount now about wellness, but what does, if you had to sum up, what does wellness mean to you? What would you say?
I think balance.
Mm,
I think in all honesty, I got ill because I was out of balance. So I
yeah.
think when you're looking at your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being, and obviously that encompasses everything from fitness to sleep to gut health to
Mm,
self-care. Everything, you have to try and be in balance if you can. Really difficult to do.
yeah.
And probably the most kind of educated well-being experts find it very, very difficult to be in balance.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because you can think everything's going along really well, and all of a sudden life throws a curveveball at you, and you think, whoa,
Mm,
where's that come from?
yeah.
And so I think actually trying to keep your life as much as you can, doing the things that you love. I think that's hugely important. I think that old adage, life is too short. I know that's a bit,
Mm,
but I think it is important to wake up every day and think, what can I do today that I can do that's enjoyable, apart from the fact that I have to work.
yeah.
What treat can I give myself today to do, and what can I make myself to do to make myself happy.
Yeah.
And of course, relationships are really important in all of that. So we have a relationship expert on the platform as well,
That's
that
good.
helps with that. So what we're trying to do is not just teach people how to meditate, but actually look at the problems that causes mental health issues
Mm,
as well. So we've got an addictions expert on there that's starting very soon. So there's lots and lots of resource on there, and I think it's well-being for me is about helping people at the time they need the help, and
mm,
not just giving
yeah.
them the solutions, but actually giving them the resources to prevent what could come, but also actually giving them the solutions to kind of the issues that they may be facing at the moment, whether it be financial. So we've got a financial wellbeing expert, relationships. There may be addictions. I know a lot of people, I'm not saying people are addicted to alcohol, but people have started to drink more during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I've literally had to mentally think to myself, no, don't don't go and get a glass of wine. That's
Yeah.
not the answer. But
Yeah.
not to say that I never drink, but it's just everything in moderation. So balance is the
Yeah.
key, I think.
Yeah, I think you notice that even, the whole, I mean, in spa, we've spoken about balance a lot, the importance of it, but I don't think generally people understand it until you're out of balance.
Yeah,
And it can be as much as you're living a quite a healthy life, and then you might have too much to drink, and then you really feel it, don't you? You sort of really feel not just the fact that you might be a bit drunk, but the fact that you actually feel out of balance from it.
yeah.
And
The next day, there's certain things that I used to wake up feeling, oh, that doesn't feel quite right.
yeah,
And if you've eaten really badly,
yes,
when you've eaten
exactly.
badly. We all know what we should be doing. But I
Yeah.
don't think we should be like too hard on ourselves either. I think, if you had the odd piece of chocolate here and there, or the odd
Mm,
cake, it's not going to damage you. But I do think
no.
majority of the time you should be trying to do the best thing for your body, and treat your body as a temple, because after all, it's the only
Yeah.
body you're ever going to have.
Yeah.
And if you look after yourself, then it can help prevent the aging process as well.
Mm,
So a lot of people go, oh no, I chuck anti-wrinkle cream on or whatever. They have a
mm,
certain place, but equally, if you're looking after yourself and you really are looking after yourself, that actually you can age very well.
Yeah.
You know, and let's face it, the UK is going to come up against a problem if we don't start all looking after ourselves. The NHS is under enough strain as it is. So we should
I
all be
know.
doing our bit to look after ourselves and, you know, help the NHS in that way. So I
Yeah.
think it's hugely important to make sure that you self-care. And that's not about being selfish. That's not about being, oh, I'm the only thing that matters. It's about, actually, if I don't look after myself, how on earth can I look after other people? You know,
Yeah.
and it's what you're always taught, isn't it? Before you apply your own oxygen mask on the aeroplane, before you apply your child's oxygen mask or your
Yeah.
partner's oxygen mask, you apply your own. And
Yeah.
that's really what it's about. It's about
Yeah.
making sure that your bottle is half full, not half empty, and that
Yeah.
you're looking after yourself, so you have the ability to look after others. If you're
Yeah.
feeling stressed, run down, tired, there's no way that you can help other people. So it's so important, and I think that's the message that we're trying to give on the platform. And
Yeah.
it's about taking care of yourselves and not being too hard on yourselves. You know, we
Mm.
all have ups and downs in life, and it's about, actually, it's okay to be a bit sad occasionally. It's okay to
Mm.
actually feel like you can't cope sometimes. It's fine, you know,
Yeah.
and you don't have to be brave, but equally, you know, if you need the help, we're always here.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. And it sounds like, you know, from what you've said, you know, Whitecalm is very much a sort of 360-degree offering. You know, you've really thought about every element of well-being,
Yeah.
and how you can, you know, meet the demands for that. So yeah, well done. That's, you know, in such a short time as well. So
Yeah,
really
it's been a
good work.
challenge, but we've got there, and we've got some great instructors. I mean, I couldn't have done it without them.
Yeah,
They are so great at what they do.
I bet.
It's a real team effort, and I think people coming onto the platform hopefully experience that and can
Yeah.
understand what we're trying to achieve. But we also take feedback from people, so we're constantly learning about how to improve things,
That's
make
good.
things better.
Yeah, brilliant. Excellent. Oh, well, thank you, Rebecca. So if anyone wants to find out about Whitecalm, where do they go? Tell us your website and your...
Yeah. So you can either contact us through whitecalmvirtual.com. You can contact me directly. So rebecca.tucker@whitecalmwellbeing.com. Or you can WhatsApp me, 0755 767 5257. I'm quite happy to, I like to be very personal with the people that are coming
Yeah,
onto the platform, and, you know, and I like to give that personal touch. And of
great.
course, anybody who wants to chat with me about cancer, or if there's a loved one going through cancer, I'm equally happy to do that. You know,
Oh,
I would, you know, I would happily support anybody in that situation. So
yeah.
please feel
Oh.
free to contact me.
Oh, thank you. That's really lovely. Well, thank you for Rebecca. That's been a brilliant interview and really interesting. And you've been such a brave, courageous, but also brilliantly ambitious woman to further Whitecalm. And we wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank you
look
for
forward.
inviting me.
No, and look forward to seeing, you know, how it evolves as well. So,
Thank you.
well, have a happy Easter, and
And you.
we'll speak soon.
Yeah. And take care, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.